So the supply list that you're gonna need for this project is super basic. The first thing you're gonna need is a simple 2x4. Depending on the area, these are about $2 to $3. And the second piece you're gonna need is about a 36 length of 3/4 inch black steel pipe. Now this pipe should be plenty strong enough to hold most people, and it's only about $7. And for your tools, you're gonna need some way of cutting that 2x4 down. Some home centers might actually cut that 2x4 down for you, but if not, you're gonna need some sort of saw at home. So the first option would be a table saw. The second option would be a circular saw. Third option would be a jigsaw. And I don't have one here, but you could also use something like a reciprocating saw. Or if you want a manual method, a typical hand saw. The last tool you're gonna need is a drill.
I grabbed the first 2x4 and set it down on our mobile workbench. We've got a full build video for this bench too, so if you need another project to keep you occupied, check it out. And with the tape measure, I marked out 24 inches. Don't worry about taking notes on these measurements because we have a full cut list available on our website that's linked down in the description below. I held the 2x4 down to our workbench with some clamps on the T-track that we recently added. This definitely is not required, but it's really handy to keep the board nice and secure while we cut it. Then we use our circular saw to cut the first piece to length. Now that the first piece is cut, it can be placed on top of the remaining stock and a line can be marked to ensure that the piece is the exact same length and cut with the saw again. We opened our rainbow workbench drawers, and if you're watching this video in the future, we'll have a full video of how we built this linked in the cards and in the description below. But right now, I'm still editing that video the day that this project was released. I grabbed a 1-inch spade bit, and obviously this one is super old, but 2x4s are so easy to drill into that even the dullest of bits will work. These holes that I'm drilling are what the iron pipe is going to slide into, so if you bought thinner or thicker pipe, just adjust the size of the hole accordingly. With those two arms finished, I move on to cutting the other pieces. If you're really picky about your cuts being perfectly straight, you can use a speed square like this blue one to create a guide for your circular saw to follow as you cut across the wood. As I cut down the rest of the pieces, I want to know something. What kind of projects do you want to see us build in the future? Let us know down in the comments below, and if we pick your suggestion, we'll feature your comment in that build video. Thanks for the suggestions. If you don't have any project suggestions, but still want to help support our tiny channel, consider hitting that like button down below. We truly appreciate any and all support. It really goes a long way to help us. Now that all the pieces are cut, you should have 4 pieces that are 24 inches long, 2 pieces that are 23 inches long, and 2 pieces that are 14 inches long. Now grab your 2 23-inch pieces and set your other 6 pieces to the side. With our speed square, we marked a 45-degree line on both sides of the piece. This angle definitely is not required, but it'll make the pull-up bar look a little bit nicer. I use the circular saw to cut just like before. You can definitely use a speed square to get that perfectly straight cut, but I honestly find it a lot easier to do it freehand. And now that that piece is cut, transfer the cut line to the next piece and cut those angles too. To get the assembly started, I grabbed one 24-inch piece with the bar hole drilled into it, and then another 24-inch piece to attach to the side. I used a shorter piece to help balance the pieces as I drilled them together with 3-inch deck screws. With that assembly together, I grabbed a 14-inch piece and pressed it firmly against the upper arm and drilled that in too. Now these screws that I'm using here pre-drill themselves, but if you aren't using screws that have that capability, you want to make sure to drill a pilot hole to prevent the wood from splitting. Next, grab an angled piece and screw that in too. You might notice that I'm drilling the screws in at a slight angle. This is intentional to help really lock the pieces in together. And the other side goes together the exact same way. If you're enjoying this video, consider subscribing to our channel and hitting that bell icon. We put out new project videos each and every week with full plans too. Check out some of our other videos and see if it's a right fit for you. I hope this doesn't need to be said, but I'll say it anyway. This is 100% required to be drilled directly into the studs of your wall. Drywall is not strong enough to support your weight. You'll likely need a stud finder to find the studs in your wall, but our shop has these black lines where the paneling was nailed into the studs, so it's super easy for us to find them. Just use plenty of screws to securely fasten these uprights to your wall. With the first upright securely fastened to the wall, I inserted the black iron pipe into the hole that we drilled earlier. It might take a little persuading, but twisting the pipe will help it in. And with the pipe threaded through the hole, we attached the other upright to the wall, and then we could test it out. This is definitely not a full home gym, but there's a lot you can do with a pull-up bar.